The Florida Keys, a series of islands joined by sandbars and bridges stretching south for miles from the tip of Florida, with the Atlantic Ocean to the east and the Gulf of Mexico to the west. For 1 week in 2005, Paul and I did some sightseeing, swimming and sailing while taking in the natural beauty of the Florida Keys. We stayed on the little quaint island of Conch Key at mile marker 63.
This is the view of our backyard, basically, looking towards our backyard. When we get up in the morning, we're looking this way, and when we go out on the boats, this is where we leave from. That's our boat, one of our boats right there, and that's where we stay. And it's this is really probably one of the last places on the Keys. It is still a working fishing village. This is not a resort center, so it's very untypical of the rest of the island, of the Florida Keys. We haven't been everywhere, but everywhere we've been, it's pretty well retirement locations. This is really, I'm glad we came here. Bye.
Yesterday, Saturday, January 29th, Paul and I flew from Toronto to Fort Lauderdale. We picked up the rental car and we drove all the way from Fort Lauderdale to the Florida Keys, which was about a 3-hour drive for us because we got stuck in some traffic. As we got along the Keys, along the highway US 1, we would be crossing, island hopping from one island to the next via US 1 highway, which is a series of bridges and highways connecting all the islands of the Keys. This is our first day of sailing in the Florida Keys. We're off the island of Conch Key. Right now I'm keeping an eye out on lobster traps. There's literally hundreds of them here, so I'm trying to make sure that I won't cross any of the lobster traps or get them stuck around the keel. As I found out later, Conch Key is pronounced with a hard K sound. Shallow draft boats ply the waters of the Keys for the good reason that the seabed can be as close as 2 or 3 feet off the boat's draft. Sandbars, coral reefs, and seagrass beds lurk within inches off the water surface. Keeping this in mind was important in order to avoid running aground.
It would have been better, I guess, if we got a charter, but this would be interesting also. Action! The first dunk taking the Florida Keys, Gulf of Mexico water. Actually, it's called something else. It's called Florida something or other. But anyways, it's part of the Gulf of Mexico. The water's a little bit chilly. We'll see. But you get dunk. You're gonna be so I'm scared now. Oh, it's cool, but where's that courage? That manly power. That thing.
I'll go ahead and...
Okay, I'm just letting the seaweed go by, okay? It's gonna take a while, so you guys bear with us. Boy, that's cool. salty, so definitely we're in the ocean. It's a bit cold, or at least it was. It's just that maybe there's just the impact of hitting the water. You can see, try it again.